This is the Leo Climaco podcast.
So tell me how Mindvalley can help.
Well, that's what we've been trying to do. And we do it for globally. We're not only limiting ourselves to America. We're actually a really, really global company. In our company, we have about 60 or 70 nationalities that work. We're present in pretty much any country in the world. Maybe 50% of our customers are Americans, but 50% are from everywhere else in the world. So we're a very global organization. We cater to, we do events in Europe, we do events in Dubai, we do events in different parts of the world. We do events, of course, in America too. But we serve the whole world. We're very global as an organization. And we understand that while this currently may be highlighted in America, this is going to be a problem everywhere. This is going to be a problem.
It started here first.
It started because you have more abundance,
Makes
you have
sense.
more time. You were able to, you built a great economy and a great country.
Right.
And I think Americans forget that sometimes.
Yeah, we do.
You absolutely did build an amazing economy.
It wears off quickly.
Yeah, it's amazing as a country. The systems are amazing. Go somewhere else and see. Maybe not in Europe, because Europe is also the same problems though, right? Same mental health problems.
Go to South America,
Yeah.
same side of the world.
Go anywhere else and you would go, you have built something great. It is absolutely undoubted. There's no reason to say America is not a good country. It's a phenomenal country, right? And with contrast, I can say I've traveled the world. I've traveled to many countries in the world. There are many amazing places. I'm not discounting them.
For sure.
But systems, abundance-wise, America has done a great job. There's no two doubts about it, right? So, at least from my point of view. So, should know that, like America, all the countries will be more and more abundant in the coming generations, right?
Yeah.
Because we all are chasing it.
China caught up in what, 30 years?
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't fully caught up to America, but yes,
it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. And I hope the whole world gets there, right? Because why not? Why not have the whole world be as abundant as possibly can be? And I think there's enough abundance. There's infinite intelligence. There's infinite money. There's infinite abundance for us to all feel the benefits of abundance. While that happens, we also must learn that with every benefit comes a challenge. Like we just talked about, mental health issues, more time, so more rumination. Yeah. More food means if you're uncontrolled, you can eat too much and get overweight or be obese and so on and so forth, right? So these are all risks of great things that happen in a country. Right. And so the whole world may go through that season. And the more the world goes through that season, more and more do we require tools to be able to support it. And that's where Mindvalley comes in. That's where coaching comes in. That's where even therapy comes in. Right. Is for you to choose whichever is your best path to what's your desire. So we live in a time where you can really have a desire and actually fulfill it within your lifetime, right? This is not true all the time. That was not true even 100 years ago. Right. You could have the desire and you can die with that desire in your heart and you never have even a shot at it. Today, you not only have a shot at it, you have a shot at it in the next 10 years.
Yeah, and a good shot.
And a good shot, like a very reasonable shot where you can like really set your tone and you can go like, this is what I want and I will have it in 10 years, you can have it. It's not just me saying nice words. It is 100% true. You can have it.
Most people can't see that far, 10 years, unfortunately.
Which is a challenge, right? Which is why companies like Mindvalley comes in. We have a system called the Lifebook. Lifebook is a program where we say, determine 12 areas of your life and let's write down what your life will look like in the next 5 years in these 12 areas of your life. You write that Lifebook. It's called Lifebook because as you write it, you go, this is how my life's going to be. And you will find if you do that exercise, you actually will have a life very close to it. Very close to it, if not exactly. Right. And we've done it enough times. I've done it enough times.
Because you're GPSing your way there, right?
Yeah, thousands of students have done it. We have thousands of case studies of people doing that program saying, oh, I wrote it and I'm kind of there, right? There's an exercise that I teach in all of our programs really called the perfect day, which is write your perfect day 3 years from now. And if you write your perfect day 3 years from now, you'll realize in about 2 years you're living it.
I've done this exercise before. It's a great one. You've done it?
Yes. And you might have noticed that when you first write it, 30%, 40% is already true when you're writing it. And the remaining comes true in the next 2, even if you're writing it for 3 years. Right. Right? So that's kind of simple things. Like even if you just determine it, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be whatever's present to you right now. If you create and orient yourself for it, you will be able to create it. And most of us have that chance right now. Like we really have a real shot. I mean, I'm an example of it. It come from like, this does not make sense. But it makes sense if you look at what I'm writing for myself all the time. It makes perfect sense. Right. Because I knew this is where I want to go. And so I could make it happen. I'm a guy that when I started in this industry, this is for real, Leo. When I first started in the industry, when I first said I'm going to build Ever Coach, when I first said I'm going to be a coach, I was at this mastermind style thing I got invited into because of a friend. And she was like, hey, come along. These are the people that you think are legends. Let me go introduce you to all of them. This was like a private, in a suite thing that happened for like 8-10 people. And I go in and I'm introducing myself, and there's a person across me that I was really very admiring of at the time. And he looks at me and he goes, you're never going to make it. This was a life coach, by the way. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, that was so odd for anybody to say across the room. It's not even like he's standing next to me. He's standing right in front of me and saying that. Like, what do you mean? It's like, listen, you're a brown guy with an accent. It doesn't work.
Wow.
Right? So that was my introduction to coaching.
That's great motivation.
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't doing it for him anyways.
Right.
But I realized that was one of the reasons why. I was like, if that's somebody saying it, means how many people are thinking that? And that's just not fair. Not in this world. Not in 2020. This is like 7 years ago, so it was 2018 or 2017 or something like that. But I was like, not in 2017. Not in 2024. No. That's not true. I got a shot. You got a shot. Everybody gets a shot. There is no reason for anybody to think that they're too skinny, too fat, too big, too small, too white, too brown, too black, to whatever you think, to this, to that.
It's all
doesn't
irrelevant.
matter. It's all irrelevant. All of us got a shot. If I can make it, you can too. Because according to that guy, I don't have a shot. And I train 10,000 coaches every single year.
That's incredible.
I don't think he has trained 10,000 coaches in his entire life. He's not even doesn't even have a career now because I haven't seen him in a while. So anybody that tells you anything, anybody that says you don't have it or you cannot do it or this is not possible, hasn't understood how the world works anymore.
Yeah, they don't get it.
Everybody's got a shot.
And they'll be left behind.
They will be left behind.
Yeah.
And everybody's got a shot. You just have to take it. You just have to take it. But you have to take it. You cannot think it. You cannot manifest it in the 5D without doing anything in this physical reality.
Right.
You have to absolutely take the shot. You have to go stand in front of the camera. You have to go coach somebody. You got to write that book. You got to do whatever that is that shot requires. But you have a real shot. Take it.
Where do you see yourself in 5-10 years?
Well, currently my focus or my complete endeavor is on coaching and training coaches. And that's where my focal point is for the next 5 years.
Is there a number of coaches that you want to train and reach, or is that?
I want to coach 1 million coaches.
1 million coaches.
Yeah, I don't have a timeline for it.
Okay.
It could be through my lifetime. I don't care.
Do you know where you're at in that goal?
I've coached about 25,000.
That's incredible.
Yeah, in the last 4 or 5 years since I've started training coaches. Like I've built business before. I've coached myself a lot, but coaching coaches to be or training coaches to be coaches or better coaches, only about 4 years, 3.5, 4 years.
Got it.
We've done about 25, maybe 30,000 at this point, something around that. And the reason I say million coaches is because I really do see the world becoming more abundant. And I really do see world going into a situation where we could really help each other. Especially we'll have more time abundance with AI. AI is literally, we build technologies to get more time, but we don't know what to do with the time we get. And that's important that we learn it. Otherwise, we will create a crisis where we need to create celebration.
Don't let that go over your head, what you just said. We're creating tools to give us more time, but we have no idea what to do with it.
Yeah.
That's so well said.
Yeah, we don't know what to do with it. And so something that we should celebrate is having more time, but we end up creating crisis for it. Right, and I would love to be able to make a little dent, a little contribution to that. And I think million is too little number, so there's more to be created. I hope more people join the momentum and join the journey and create this, because million is nothing for like 4 or 5 billion people at this point. Or
no, we're 8
billion people. 1 million coaches is nothing for that.
Nothing.
So there's more that we'll need, but I feel I can at least contribute 1 million coaches in the next, I don't know how many years, but at least that's my endeavor for now.